An unanticipated meeting. Trump and Zelensky face-to-face. In an unexpected turn of events, former U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met at Trump Tower in New York. This meeting was not on anyone's radar and took many by surprise, given the history between the two leaders. The venue, Trump Tower, added an extra layer of intrigue to the encounter. This meeting surprised many, given their past conflicts. Political commentators and analysts were quick to express their astonishment, as the two leaders have had a tumultuous relationship over the years. The unexpected nature of the meeting left many speculating about the possible outcomes and motivations behind it. Trump had been critical of Zelensky in the past, often expressing his discontent with the Ukrainian leader's actions and policies. This criticism was not just limited to private conversations, but was also evident in public statements and press conferences. Trump's critical stance on Zelensky was a significant factor in their strained relationship. The meeting took place during Trump's campaign for the 2024 presidency. As Trump gears up for another run at the White House, this meeting with Zelensky could have significant implications for his campaign. The timing of the meeting, amidst his campaign activities, suggests that it could be a strategic move to bolster his foreign policy credentials. Both leaders expressed a desire for peace in the ongoing war in Ukraine. The discussions were centered around finding a diplomatic solution to the conflict, with both Trump and Zelensky emphasizing the importance of peace and stability in the region. Their dialogue was marked by a sense of urgency and a mutual understanding of the gravity of the situation. The timing of the meeting, confirmed only hours before, raised eyebrows. The sudden announcement caught everyone off guard, leading to a flurry of speculation and analysis. Political analysts were quick to weigh in on the potential implications of the meeting, with many questioning the motivations behind the sudden encounter. Zelensky initiated the meeting, seeking personal interaction and understanding. His decision to reach out to Trump was seen as a bold move, aimed at fostering a better relationship and addressing the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Zelensky's initiative was a clear indication of his willingness to engage in dialogue and find common ground. Their relationship had been strained since Trump's 2019 impeachment trial, which centered on allegations of pressuring Zelensky to investigate the Biden family. The impeachment trial was a significant event that cast a long shadow over their relationship, leading to a period of heightened tension and mistrust. This unexpected encounter came after years of strained relations. The history of conflicts and disagreements between Trump and Zelensky made this meeting all the more surprising. The diplomatic tension that had characterized their relationship was a major backdrop to this face-to-face encounter. The shadow of the impeachment trial hung over their meeting. The allegations and controversies from the past were still fresh in the minds of many, adding a layer of complexity to the discussions. The scrutiny and skepticism surrounding their meeting were palpable, as both leaders navigated the delicate dynamics of their relationship. The meeting's impact on both U.S. and international politics, especially with the upcoming 2024 election, is yet to be seen. The encounter between Trump and Zelensky could have far-reaching consequences, influencing not only the political landscape in the U.S., but also the broader international community. As the world watches closely, the outcomes of this meeting will be closely analyzed and debated in the coming days and months. A history marred by controversy. The impeachment trial looms large. The echoes of past controversies reverberate through the halls of the Capitol as the nation braces for another historic moment. The Trump-Zelensky meeting marked a new chapter in their complex history. This meeting was not just a diplomatic formality, but a significant event that could reshape their future interactions. Their past was filled with controversy. Headlines screamed of scandal and intrigue, painting a picture of a relationship fraught with tension and mistrust. The 2019 impeachment trial of Trump stemmed from accusations of pressuring Zelensky. The allegations were serious, suggesting that Trump had used his position to coerce a foreign leader for personal political gain. Trump was accused of withholding military aid to Ukraine unless Zelensky investigated Joe Biden and his son, Hunter. This move was seen as an abuse of power, leveraging critical support for political favors. Despite their attempts to present a united front, past tensions were evident. The body language, the guarded words, all hinted at unresolved issues beneath the surface. Trump had echoed Russian narratives about the war, further complicating their relationship. His statements often aligned with Russian interests, raising eyebrows and questions about his true intentions. The impeachment trial strained their interactions. Every meeting, every conversation was overshadowed by the looming specter of the trial and its implications. The meeting offered a stark contrast to their previous interactions marked by accusation and distrust. It was a rare moment of apparent camaraderie, but many wondered how long it would last. The meeting's significance lies in the backdrop of their strained relationship. It was a pivotal moment, one that could either mend or further fracture their ties. The question remains whether this meeting represents a genuine attempt at reconciliation or a political maneuver. Analysts and commentators debated the true motives behind the smiles and handshakes. The shadow of the past continues to influence their present interactions. Every gesture, every word is scrutinized, as the world watches to see if history will repeat itself or if a new path will be forged. As the impeachment trial looms large, the stakes are higher than ever. The outcome could redefine not just the relationship between Trump and Zelensky, but also the political landscape of both nations. The world waits with bated breath, aware that the decisions made in these moments will echo through history. The trial is more than a legal proceeding. It is a reflection of the turbulent times we live in. It is a test of integrity, of justice, and of the resilience of democratic institutions. The eyes of the world are on the Capitol, as history unfolds in real time. The relationship between Trump and Zelensky serves as a microcosm of larger geopolitical dynamics. It is a story of power, influence, and the intricate dance of diplomacy. As the trial progresses, one can only hope that truth and justice will prevail, setting a precedent for future generations. The impeachment trial looms large, casting a long shadow over the present and the future. It is a moment of reckoning, a time for accountability, and a pivotal chapter in the annals of history. Trump's vision, a swift resolution through negotiation? During the meeting, Trump emphasized his belief in a quick resolution to the Ukraine conflict. He expressed his confidence in his ability to bring both sides to the negotiating table and find common ground. Trump highlighted the importance of diplomacy and dialogue in resolving international disputes, suggesting that his unique approach could lead to a peaceful outcome. He cited his good relationships with both Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Trump mentioned that his rapport with these leaders could facilitate open communication and mutual understanding, which are crucial for any successful negotiation. He pointed out that his previous interactions with world leaders have often led to positive outcomes, and he believes this situation would be no different. Trump stated his confidence in ending the war rapidly if he were re-elected. He assured his supporters that his administration would prioritize peace and stability in the region. Trump emphasized that a swift resolution would not only benefit Ukraine and Russia, but also contribute to global security and economic stability. He implied his ability to negotiate a deal between the warring nations. Trump suggested that his business acumen and experience in deal-making would be advantageous in this context. He proposed that a well-structured negotiation process, led by someone with his skills, could lead to a mutually beneficial agreement. Trump, however, remained vague about the specifics of his plan. He did not provide detailed strategies or timelines, leaving many questions unanswered. Critics argue that without concrete details, it is difficult to assess the feasibility of his proposed resolution. His comments echoed previous claims of working something out with Putin. Trump reiterated his belief that his personal relationship with Putin could be leveraged to achieve a peaceful resolution. He suggested that his direct approach and willingness to engage in dialogue could pave the way for a breakthrough. These claims have been met with skepticism from international observers. Many analysts question the practicality of Trump's approach, citing the complex and deep-rooted nature of the conflict. They argue that a swift resolution may be overly optimistic given the current geopolitical landscape. He did not elaborate on potential concessions from Ukraine. Trump's reluctance to discuss specific compromises has raised concerns about the viability of his plan. Observers note that any successful negotiation would require significant concessions from both sides, and it remains unclear what Trump envisions in this regard. This meeting provided a stage for Trump to portray himself as a peacemaker. He used the opportunity to highlight his commitment to ending the conflict and restoring peace. Trump framed his approach as a stark contrast to the current administration's policies, positioning himself as a leader capable of achieving what others have not. He contrasted his approach with the Biden administration's military support for Ukraine. Trump criticized the current administration's strategy, arguing that it has prolonged the conflict and increased tensions. He proposed that a focus on negotiation and diplomacy would be more effective in achieving a lasting peace. His focus on a swift resolution, though lacking specifics, might appeal to Americans tired of the prolonged war. Many citizens are weary of the ongoing conflict and the associated economic and human costs. Trump's promise of a quick and peaceful resolution could resonate with those who are eager for an end to the hostilities. Section 4. Zelensky's plea: justice, peace, and continued support. Zelensky used the meeting to reiterate his commitment to ending the war. He also emphasized holding Putin accountable for the conflict's devastating consequences. He stressed the immense human cost of the war and the urgent need for peace. He demanded justice for the victims of the conflict. While acknowledging their shared desire for peace, Zelensky subtly pushed back against Trump's narrative. He stressed the need for a fair deal, indirectly rejecting concessions that would compromise Ukraine's sovereignty. He emphasized that peace should not come at the cost of Ukraine's territorial integrity. Zelensky's visit, including this meeting, is part of his larger diplomatic strategy. He aims to maintain international support for Ukraine's defense. His focus on accountability reminds the world of the war's broader implications for global security and the rule of law. Section 5. U.S. political divide: navigating partisan tensions on Ukraine. Zelensky's meeting with Trump occurred during his U.S. visit. He aimed to secure continued support for Ukraine's war effort. His visit, however, coincided with growing political divisions in the U.S. There is debate about the level of U.S. involvement in the conflict. Zelensky's visit included meetings with top U.S. officials to bolster bipartisan support. However, he faced growing Republican opposition to continued U.S. aid for Ukraine. This opposition highlights the challenges in maintaining American support amidst shifting political landscapes. Zelensky's U.S. visit became a test of his diplomatic skills. He had to navigate the complexities of U.S. politics. His ability to secure bipartisan support for Ukraine's defense remains crucial for his nation's future. Section 6. The global stage: a meeting with international implications. The unexpected meeting drew attention from the international community. World leaders and diplomats are carefully observing the situation. The meeting carries potential global consequences. The outcome could affect the balance of power and global alliances. The meeting comes at a critical point in the war. Russia is intensifying its offensive. Ukraine heavily relies on Western support. Any change in U.S. policy, especially a reduction in aid, could significantly impact the region's power dynamics. The world is watching to see if this meeting signals a shift in U.S. foreign policy. The outcome could have lasting effects on global perceptions of U.S. reliability as an ally. The meeting's consequences extend far beyond Trump and Zelensky.